Hi, this is Harjeet. I'm your host of Girls Talk. Thanks for joining us today. We have a very exciting guest on the show who's going to be discussing community involvement. Our guest is Moxie Verk. She's a realtor. She's a director of a not-for-profit organization, ICICI. She's also an events organizer, a TV and radio show host. In addition to that, the other hats that she wears in her life, she's a mother, she's a wife, and she's a friend. And I'm excited to learn about Moxie. Moxie, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me, Harjeet. It's a pleasure.
Thank you for being here.
Yes, it's a pleasure being on the show with you.
So thank you. So out of all of these hats that you wear, and you wear many hats, and it's common as a woman, maybe as a human, we all wear lots of hats. But to juggle all of these different roles in society, how do you find that?
You know what, actually, I'll start with my introduction first, Harjeet. I came to Canada as an immigrant. So I know as an immigrant, there are a lot of challenges that everybody faces, especially when you don't have a family here. So I came from India. I was at a very senior position. I did my master's in English. I did my degree in mass communication. My career, I started with media. Actually, I was a journalist writing for Tribune and Indian Express newspapers there. So I worked in the media field. So I was like really excited. And before coming, I was into a government job. So I was managing the media there. So I was a media manager in a state level government organization. So when you have such a high profile, good job, and suddenly you land into a new country where nobody knows you and you have no identity, it's challenging, it's really hard. And you have to make a place for yourself. So that's how I started my life in Canada. So it was like nobody know you and now you have to start somewhere. So started with a little struggle. I picked up few jobs here and there, but that was not something which was my passion. So then I thought, let me explore something where actually it can be financially satisfying as well as emotionally satisfying. And that's how these phases opened up. One was my career as a realtor. So I picked up real estate as my career. And now it's been 10 years in this profession. I'm a real estate broker and I'm so happy. And it's such a good feeling when you actually get into, help your client and get them into a home. Because that's something which everybody wants to own in Canada. And the second hat was my non-profit hat as a director. That actually started with just again a thought that as an immigrant, you really want to meet people, you want to go out, network, and see if there's some opportunity. So I was thinking that was missing in our community. So I thought, let's maybe get together on International Women's Day and celebrate it. So that was actually how we started.
That's amazing. I'm excited to learn a lot more about ICICI, which is the not-for-profit organization that you are the director of. So what does ICICI stand for?
Yes. So what we started as a non-profit was an organization where we would like to support new immigrants, women, youth. But then I thought that I don't want to lose our art and culture. Like I am from India and I realized that our culture is very rich in India. So when I look at my next generation, my children and other youth in the community, I thought that we'd want them to know about our rich art and culture. So when we thought of forming an organization, we brought it in. So now we registered our organization as IndoCanadian Arts and Culture Initiative.
Wow, I really like that. Yes. So it's and you do a lot of events. Also, you're an events organizer.
Yes.
So do these two go together sometimes?
Oh yes. So what we did was that in 2013 we formed our organization to start with the International Women's Day celebration. So that was the first event that we organized, and the purpose was again to network, maybe get some speakers who would talk and share their experiences as women. And then supporting all the newcomers and the youth in the community. So that was the purpose, and it was a huge success. I could never imagine that we'll get such a good response, and that motivated us actually. So we thought we'll make it as an annual event, and I'm so proud today that this year in 2018 we are celebrating our 6th annual International Women's Day event.
That is amazing. Congratulations on your success with that.
Yeah, thank you so much. And you know what? You feel good when you see that you started as a one-man army and suddenly you've grown so big that a lot of people are involved. You will be surprised to know that we had 400 guests and we were sold out last year.
Oh, wow.
In 2017. So it was...
That is incredible. Onwards and upwards.
Oh, yeah, it was wonderful. Like we were sold out. We had all the guests. We had And you know what? The best part that we organize in our event is that we give away Women Heroes Awards. So those awards basically is a way of recognizing some of the women who are contributing in the community.
Yeah.
So we invite nominations in different categories. And then once we receive the nomination, our advisory board then picks up the right candidate who would be getting the award. So we gave actually 9 Women Heroes Awards last year. And that was awesome because it's a way of recognizing the efforts somebody who's working in our community,
which is always a nice thing to do,
and especially, you know what, even if I talk about you today, that if I recognize you as a woman hero and your family and friends are there, how proud you feel. Because you know what, we all, I mean, I always say that we all women are super women. We all wear so many hats.
Yeah.
As you mentioned that you are a wife, you are a mother, you are a career woman, and there are so many other things that you like to do in the community.
Yes.
So when you are recognized for doing all this, it's a big achievement, and we like to share that. We rather like to recognize that achievement.
I really like that. And what I actually like the most about your organization is that you actually experienced the lack of the resources when you moved here. So you wanted to reach out to all the people that were going to go through that or were going through that, and you wanted to help them.
Yes, honestly,
and that was why you did it, and that's what amazes me. So I'm just curious to know what was the response like in the beginning, and how much has your organization grown in, I guess it's 5 years that it's been in existence?
That's right.
So what is that like?
You know what, this was a journey which started as a sole humble beginning with just one person, me, as I mentioned, one-man army. And I thought that really, you know what, my only way of doing is that we need to help support newcomers and women. And you know what, honestly, the challenge with the women is that when you come here, you have no family support, first of all, because you just come on your own. No family is there to help you, support you. If you have young kids, like newborn or young kids, another challenge, you can't pick up a career because obviously you have to look after children. So then you're always like looking for some opportunity, or maybe at least socialize and network with people and see if there's anything that you can do while even at home. So we thought we'll use this as an opportunity to support these women. So what we do is we tell them that they can come to our events and be a vendor or a sponsor, or they can come and network or volunteer and meet other people and see if there's any opportunity for them to maybe explore some careers and take it from there.
And yeah, that's amazing. And every woman needs access to those resources and those events.
That's right.
So because once they go there, they meet so many people, they learn so many things, and then they're recognized for their efforts too. And it just motivates them to do more in the community, which is what the hope is from your organization.
That's right.
So have you had any stories from people to say they're grateful and how amazing your organization is and how grateful, and anybody that has said, oh, you know, I went through this when I came here, I didn't know where to go, then I found your organization, and it makes you feel good that you know that you're doing what?
There are a few stories that I can share, but the first one that I would like to share is that there was a lady who has been pursuing a job which was just to, you know what, you need some money to support yourself in Canada. So she picked up a job in one of the warehouses, but her passion was always to be a makeup artist. And she had that, she had done all those courses, but she could not take off. She could not get the clientele. She didn't know how to get started. So we gave her an opportunity in our event last year, and we were organizing a fashion show, and we were looking for a makeup artist who can support and help us for our models. And I'm talking about one of my friends. Now she's a very good friend, Raman. So she actually helped us as a makeup artist, and this was a beginning for her career, because there she made a lot of new connections. And after 1 year today, she's telling me that, Mukshi, I'm really grateful and thankful that our ICICI actually gave her an opportunity to meet a lot of women, network, and today she's actually running her own business as a makeup artist. So you feel good when you see these success stories. Besides that, I mean, our purpose is basically to support other small businesses too, including even the insurance advisor, mortgage brokers, real estate brokers, people who are individual self-employed and they're looking for networking opportunity so that they can share what they offer, and then they can connect with other people as well.
Yeah, what I like about networking events, it's not just about what you can offer people, also what people can offer you, and then just the word of mouth, getting to meet people and connecting them with other people. So I might meet somebody who maybe doesn't offer me anything that I need, but I might know somebody. Oh, I know somebody that maybe I can put you guys in touch. So I like that you do that, and I definitely like that you recognize the efforts. We'll talk about this more. Right now we're going to take a break. Thanks for watching. We'll be right back.
Here you go.
चॉकलाटो
असली बात तो अंदर है छुपी।
बिस्कोनी चॉकलाटो इसके खास कुकी में है छुपी रिच क्रीमी चॉकलेट।
बात तो है इसमें,
ऐसी ही बात है तुम में भी।
छुपी है तुझ में जो बात दिखा दे अपना वो अंदाज।
बिस्कोनी चॉकलाटो, it's special inside.
रंग वाली भरम वाली न्यूज वाले व्यूज वाले मेल वाले कराची वाले खैबर वाले लाहौर वाले और पिंडी वाले इन शॉट पूरे पाकिस्तान वाले चिली मिली के हमत वाले कैंडीलैंड चिली मिली।
मैं हूं जहांगीर खान, स्क्वाश कोर्ट का चैंपियन, लेकिन रियल एस्टेट इन्वेस्टमेंट का चैंपियन मोहम्मद कामरान हुसैन। मुझे उन पर यकीन है, आप भी करके देखिए।
जहांगीर खान और हजारों क्लाइंट्स का चहेता मोहम्मद कामरान हुसैन। रेजिडेंशियल प्रॉपर्टीज और इन्वेस्टमेंट्स दोनों के लिए ही सही मशवरा, सही फैसला। मकान जिसे आप अपना घर कहने में फख्र महसूस करेंगे। मोहम्मद कामरान हुसैन, 4163185264।
This is the world of internet. You have everything on your computer and mobile screen. If you wish to promote your business through internet, especially to perfect target market, then you have just one reliable name, NJ Marketing, offering various marketing solutions like social media marketing, telemarketing, email marketing, search engine optimization, graphic designing, web designing and development, and mobile application development. So call now at 647-824-1485 or email at njmarketing15@gmail.com or log on to njmarketing.ca.
An exclusive multi-designer studio specialized in wedding planning services, bridal wear, casual party wear, jewelry, shoes, purses, dupattas, men's and kids' clothes. You name it, we have it. Some of the Pakistani designer labels we carry are Sani-K, Agha Noor, Sana Safinaz, Anas Abrar, Zainab Chutani, Wahaj Khan, Fatma Khan, and many more. Parahan, sheer elegance. We believe in quality service and best price.
You can contact 9075 Derry Road West, Unit Number 1, Milton, Ontario.
Hi, I'm Harjeet. Welcome back to Girls Talk. Our guest today is Moxie Virk, a realtor, director of a not-for-profit organization, an events organizer, TV and radio show host, and again, a mother and a wife and friend. Hi again, Moxie.
Thank you so much, Harjeet.
So before the break, we were actually talking about the community involvement that you do with ICICI. And now I want to touch upon the real estate. Since you were new to the country, why did you go towards real estate, and how easy or difficult did you find it to start progressing in that career?
Yes, Harjeet. So when I came here, I had a background in media, but I didn't find the good opportunity to get started in media to begin with, actually, because you know what, it's not the volunteer work that you need in the beginning. You need something to survive, because obviously you have to pay bills. So I thought that I need to enter in some career. So I actually picked up with the mortgage first. I thought that maybe mortgage could be something which I can manage with my kids. You know what, when I came to Canada, I came with my husband and a 6-month-old baby.
Wow.
So it was really a big challenge to have a small little baby, and I can't really pick up a career because where do I leave my kids? So my husband started with the work first to get started at least, and then I was stay-at-home mom for probably few years because my second child was also born here. So I had 2 little babies to look after until they really start their school. So few years I was stay-at-home mom. But then I thought that this is a time I can maybe do something to explore, and I did my licensing courses. So while I was at home, so I did my mortgage course and picked up a career in that. Somehow I didn't like it, and then I moved on to real estate. So I did all my courses while I was home, And when kids started going to school, I started it as a career. So I started working in the field of real estate. It was a big challenge, and I knew nobody here. Like, how do I get my business? How do I get some clients? But you know what? There is a lot of trainings that's provided by our brokerages. So the company that I worked with, they gave us some trainings, how to get started, how to meet people, how to form the area that you're really looking to work in. So that was helpful. So I started working in real estate field, and today, after 10 years, I have no regret. It was a good career, and again, a good feeling that I'm helping new immigrants get into their first home, or if they're looking to upsize, moving on to a bigger home. I feel good that they are growing, and then we also grow with them. Or depending on their requirement, if they are looking to downsize, you know what happens is in Canada, the Stats Canada did some research, and they said that every few years, every 4 to 5 years, people move. So there's always that moving keep going on. So people are upsizing, they're downsizing. Some people are retiring, so they need to downsize. Kids are moving out, they go to university, they need some property for their kids. So there are a lot of things always happening in real estate, and keeps me busy.
which is good. Busy is always good.
Yes.
You know, I actually heard that too, that not that you move 5 or 6 times, but by the time that you're 30, you would have lived in 7 different residences. Which means that your family is moving, you know, the average person.
That's right.
Which is fascinating to know that. One of the things I wanted to ask you though, like when you're talking about all this, and I know that you're a woman from a cultural background too, so it's not common that we work. We're expected to stay at home.
That's right.
So how supportive were your friends and family when you decided that you wanted to have a career?
You know what, honestly, I'm very lucky and very fortunate. My background, even from India, was that I was working. My dad was in army, and in our family it was always a very broad outlook, and my parents have always been supporting me to really be an independent woman, and luckily my husband was the similar type, and he always supported me for whatever career I wanted to pick, and there's been a big support from the family. So my husband has been supporting me for my real estate business as well as my non-profit effort that I'm doing for the community. So it's a big support. And you know what, really to add on to it, my kids, when they were young, they saw me doing all that, and they got interested too. You know what, my son just turned 16 and he's in high school. Though he needs his credits for his school to volunteer, but he's been always very supportive. He says, Mom, I like helping you in the community that you're doing, community work. So it's a big help. And you know what, it's good to have a family who's supporting you.
It's nice to hear that you are raising your children to have that giving back feeling from a young age, and they're inspired by you, and that's amazing. And that's what a mother does, you know.
Yes.
You give with your heart, and you get rewarded just by seeing smiles on people's faces and seeing that you actually are paying it forward.
And you know what, Harjeet, I think it's a karma. So if you're doing good, good deeds will come back to you, and I believe that.
I know that you've won a lot of awards too. Last year in particular, you did win a couple of awards or more.
That's right, yes.
So if you could tell us about the awards that you won, I would love to hear that.
Sure. Actually, I got actually a few awards last year, and I feel humbled and proud at the same time. So one was the Women of Action Award given by Peel Women Entrepreneur Group. So that group has been supporting a lot of women initiatives. So they gave me the award for Women of Action. I don't know. And the second one was a Community Initiative Award given by International Women's Association. So that was another very good thing. Then I got actually the appreciation certificate from Minister of Status of Women and our MP Ruby Sahota and MP Sonia Sidhu. Another award was given by MPP Harinder Mali. So now she's actually been promoted as a Minister of Status of Women, which is really good.
Wow.
MPP Harinder Mali is just got promoted, so it's really nice, and I feel proud. And on the other hand, it's so humbling to get recognition just for doing this community work.
Well, I like hearing that. And the Women of Action Award, you kind of said something after that, and then it just made me think, God, you've got like all this work going on, realtor, you're an events organizer, the director for the not-for-profit organization, and the TV and radio show host, in addition to being a mother and a wife and just a member of the community and a friend. All this, like, when do you actually have time to be yourself? If that's not action, well, I don't know what is, right?
I don't know, but it's just a good feeling. You know what? It's very emotionally satisfying. I take time. I do take time out from my family, and you know what? We like to travel. That's our passion. So whenever we get an opportunity, we as a family always travel. We've been to Florida for Disney. My kids just love being in Florida, and we've traveled all over in Canada and US. So this is just the way of supporting my family as well, because they say that, Mom, you're always busy, and summertime keeps us busy for real estate. So winter time is when we take a little short breaks for family.
Yeah, no, it's very important to keep the connection there and the family bond strong.
Yes.
You know, it's really, really important. One of the other things that I wanted to ask you about your organization is that you moved here and you had nobody, you knew nobody, you had the people that you came with, and that's it, your husband and your child. So how difficult was it to get involved, not just even to start your real estate career, but then to start ICICI, and then that was 5 years ago. And then today, if you look back, do you see the difference?
Oh yes, Harjeet, it's been a very long journey, I would say, 5 years down the line. So you're right, when I started, I didn't know much people here, like very few people who were just the clients. But then my feeling is always to have a long-term relationship. So those clients were finally our friends, so which was another big help. But you know what, when we started this non-profit, or we were thinking of organizing our Women's Day event, a lot of support from media. Media had been a great help in really reaching out to all the community. So we actually had radio and TV and print media supporting us for reaching out to the community for our first event, and the response was really good. I was thinking maybe we'll not even have 50 people show up for the event, and we had 100 people. So that was
the first event?
First event, and that was so motivating, and I could feel that there is a need. And that was the reason we decided, let's make it an annual event. And as I mentioned, last year we had over 400 guests, and we recognized 9 women heroes, and we had fashion show, beautiful performances, and then we had dinner and dance. So it was a complete gala night, and people enjoyed it.
Because you have another event coming up in March,
yes,
which is the same, similar to last year's.
That's correct. And you know what, I'm so excited to share that news with you. We've just finalized the date and venue, so it's on March 24th, 2018, that we are doing our Celebrating Womanhood Gala event, 6th year in a row, which is really good. And then we've just finalized the venue, Red Rose Convention Center in Mississauga. So we're looking forward to, again, recognizing some women heroes. If you know somebody as an audience, if you think and you know somebody who's deserving as a woman hero, please do nominate them. The details will be out on the Facebook and all the social media. So do recognize or nominate women who you think will be deserving and they should get the award.
That's amazing. There's so many women that come to my mind. You know, there is there's nothing falls short from a woman that doesn't give back to the community.
That's right. So we look forward, and we look forward to the nominations. So we'll be reaching out to communities soon. Once it's out, the nomination package is out, then please do send us the details. And besides that, you know what, when we organize the event, we make sure that we have a beautiful, nice entertainment for our guests. So we always pick up the dance performances from the dance academies, the academies who have been teaching classical and the other dance forms here. So those are the people we invite them to perform at our event, because it's a platform for those children who are learning, and for us, we are trying to promote art and culture in our community.
So ICICI has come a long way, and it's really grown. So not just with ICICI, but with everything. What's your vision for the future, and where do you see your life headed?
Yes, Harjeet, even as a non-profit organization that we are running, so besides just doing one event in a year, we were thinking that we need to communicate and maybe connect with the community on a larger way. So what next we are thinking is that maybe we'll be organizing few workshops and some business networking events. Actually, we started last year. We did a business networking event where it was a smaller group, maybe 30-35 people, and we were trying to build up a referral network where we are supporting each other's business. So these are the few things that we want to take forward. So would be business networking events. We'll be organizing some workshops, and then you know what, I'm very big on youth, and I want to involve the youth in our nonprofit as well. So maybe some of the issues that they face, because obviously, you know what, when immigrants come here, they get involved in the employment, but they ignore, sometimes not intentionally but unintentionally, they ignore their children. So we really want to support the youth. So there are a few mental health issues that we see all the time. So these are a few things that we really want to work on and maybe support. So some workshops relating to youth, new immigrants, these are something which are on the cards and we are thinking of doing in the next year.
I'm excited to hear that. Youth is something very close to my heart too.
Oh, we'd love to have you support join us as in our organization as well, Harjeet.
Absolutely, for sure, I will.
Yeah.
One of the things that you came here and you knew no one, there are lots of people in your shoes back then. And you know that, which is why you started the not-for-profit organization. So what advice would you give those people that come here with nothing and they need to make something to move forward here?
Yes, Harjeet, I think the time has really changed now. Earlier when we came 15 years back, I remember we didn't have so many opportunities, but with the internet and a lot of social media, things are already out and there's a lot of awareness. When the immigrants come here, they have a lot of information and awareness. But my advice or my suggestion to the newcomers would be that maybe explore and different professions, different careers, because we have a lot of choices here in Canada. Besides that, you know what, as a starter, as a newcomer, volunteer. Maybe join some club, maybe join some non-profit, maybe volunteer in a school, maybe join a school council, and that's what I did. So I was a chair of a school council in my son's school. So that was another volunteer position, but then it was the way of maybe communicating and be in touch with your child's school and see what type of programs and certain things that are there and where you can also contribute. So I would say volunteering is the best thing as a starter, as a newcomer. And second is that attend some of the good community events where you meet a lot of people. There you network and get to know about different professions, different career choices. So that's another thing that you can connect. And then obviously I would always say that take your children and yourself, go to your temples and some other community events, because there you meet a lot of people.
That is amazing advice.
Yes.
I will capture that and I will definitely share that to anybody, and I will let them know about what you do in the community and put them in touch with you whenever I feel that those services, and they're always wanted, and I hope that you achieve an award at your own. I hope somebody recognizes your efforts.
Oh, thank you so much
at your event.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Moxie, for being here today.
Yes.
And looking as beautiful as you do.
Thank you.
And we'll be back next Tuesday at 9 o'clock. Enjoy the show. Thanks for watching NJ Digital TV.